What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Rollin with Rock channel. My name is Rocksteady. This is my bike, the Gray Ghost 2025 Road Glide, and just want to introduce everybody to what we do, introduce you to this next video. It's a banger, so like, comment, and subscribe. If you've been here before, we appreciate you. If you've never been here before, come on in, kick back, and let's get it. So today we are doing an unboxing video. Unfortunately, as you can see, the Gray Ghost is not here. So quick story. So I was working on the Ghost, trying to install the new center dash console that I got, and as I was putting the screw in that's like right underneath the sink, that was right underneath the seat, I dropped it. If you see any of my other videos, I be dropping shit, okay? So I'm looking, I can't find it. So at this point, I said, okay, I gotta start unplugging shit. And if anybody been underneath the seat of a bike, you know, you got the ECM, you got this plug, you got all these wires. So I move all that stuff out the way, still can't find the screw. All right, so last thing is I'm gonna take the battery out. So I take the battery out, still can't find it. So I unloosen the fuse covers, and you know, I finally seen it. Luckily I had this right here, and this is magnetic, so I was able to just stick it down there, and you know, it grabbed the screw and pulled it up. So I get everything installed. Lo and behold, the sounds don't come on. So I'm pissed at myself. Primarily, it's like, did I not hook something up right? You know, did I mess something up? I don't know, you know. So I check all the fuses, go back in there, I made sure all the wires were connected. But the thing was, I took pictures of everything before I unplugged it and so on and so forth, so I knew where to put everything back. But end of the day, it didn't work. I take it over to Harley on Saturday last week, and you know, this is kind of their little open, you know, service where you can come in, get an oil change quick, blah, blah, blah. The guy looked at it, said he didn't see anything that was particularly wrong with it. So they had to get under there. Unfortunately, they did see where there were rodents were chewing on my starter rubber cover. So they felt like maybe they got up in there, chewed through one of the wires, whatever. I was like, okay, cool. They couldn't get me back in early in the week, so I go over there Wednesday, drop the bike off. He hit me today and says, it is not, although we still need to replace the shit they did chew on. Nothing was wrong with the wires or anything, everything was good. However, the amp would not work. So they tested that by pulling the amp out, they put in just a regular stock amp, and everything worked. So I reach out to Rockford Fosgate, you know, they tell me, hey, you know, send us a serial number and blah, blah, blah. And then I have to send it back to them. They're gonna fix it, and it takes about 2 weeks. So that's probably gonna be 3 weeks. So at this point, I have no bike. I won't have a new amp for at least 3 weeks. I still do have the stock amp that I'm gonna put it back in there myself. Hopefully I can get it to work. You know, if it don't, I'm not even worried about it. No harm, no foul. I just have to listen to it through my, you know, my helmet until I get it back. But the real reason we're here is this right here. So this is a Advanblack product. So let's open it up, take a look. So this right here is gonna help finish out the look I'm looking for. So these are the Axion mirrors, carbon fiber backing. Let me pull this out. You know, if I had the bike, I could kind of show you how, you know, the color matches everything, but I'm pretty sure it is. But this is what they look like. You know, sweet. So Once I get the ghosts back tomorrow, I'll be able to throw them on there. I might do another video of me taking the cover off and putting the old amp in and all that stuff while I'm doing that. But yep, so that's my story. I'm sticking to it. But
it was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
As always, I appreciate you. Like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. All right, so today is a kind of a sad day. The ghost is sick. So for anybody that watched the last video when I did the center console install, you'll understand what happened. But right now, the ghost is sick, so I got to try to help perform some layman surgery to get him healthy. What happened is the amp went out. So I have a Rockford Fosgate Stage 3 Harley Davidson audio system in here. And in the fairing is the 1,000-watt amp. So after taking it to the Harley dealership, because I couldn't figure out why the amp wasn't working, found out that the amp was bad, so had contact Rockford Fosgate. They like, okay, sorry to hear that. Submit the return request. So I do that. I get my return authorization number. Thank you for letting me send you your broken beep, 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 beep back. But yeah, so the goal today is I have to take off this fairing, take off the windshield, take off the fairing, remove the old amp, or remove the amp, and actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put back in, because I kept this. Put back in the stock amp. So this was the box that the Stage 3 one came in. So this is the old amp. And this one, I think, is it 400 watts? Is it 200 watts? Oh my God. This was pathetic. Let me see if y'all can see that. But anyway, huge step down, but in order to try and get a little bit of music in here, you know, they call me Rocksteady for a reason. I love my music. Out of everything I put on this bike, I would definitely say I spent the most on the sound system. So in true Negro fashion, I spent a whole lot of money on the sound system for something I don't even sit in all the time. But when I do, oh yeah. But anyway, so take out the amp, put in the old amp. Hopefully this will still work. I don't know if I can just, I think I can tune it where I can just say, hey, just run the front two speakers if it's not enough power to run all four. But when the Harley dealership said they did put it in there and it played, but they didn't really get into specifics, you know, we're gonna say like, yeah, man, the back speakers played and that's what, you know, everything, you know, we're gonna give you some details. But anyway, so hopefully that's gonna work. And then we gotta get the amp over to the post office, because I think it's gonna be a little bit cheaper. I'm debating about UPS, but I did a little lookup on that, and what they want to charge me was like almost $30. So, and when you turn in the amp to Rockford Fosgate, you pay for the shipping to send them back their broken stuff. Yeah. Okay. This coffee's good. Hope everybody's doing good. But let's get this started. So, got the bags off. Keep this motherfucker on a tender. Got the bags off. I didn't have to take that one off, but I do got to wash it after I'm done. I was on my way to the store after I went and got the bike yesterday, and on the way back, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna just, you know, run a little errand, blah, blah, blah. And I'd already noticed on the way there, it was kind of cloudy, and I'm just like, gee, I hope it don't rain. Wasn't supposed to rain. I look up in the weather app, not supposed to rain. So, okay, cool. So I go past my house now, mind you, go past my house because I'm gonna run this quick errand, and no sooner than I'm probably by about a quarter of the way there, I start feeling them little sprinkles, and I immediately turned this bug to the house. I don't know if I told y'all the salsa story. I may tell that later. I gotta look back and see. I can't remember. I think I told the salsa story. Was not trying to relive the salsa story. So if I haven't shared that with y'all, stay tuned. All right. So got the bags off, got the panel off. So at this point, I need to take out the main fuse. Since we're messing with electricity, we're gonna take out the main fuse. And we're gonna get these 4 screws out. I got my tools kind of ready. Put this bag over here. Okay, so I got my tools kind of ready. Got my T20, got my T25, got a T27. I don't know why this kit that I bought did not come with a T27. So this was this Harbor Freight one I got. 25 skips to 30 and 40. These are kind of the most common sizes, but they skip the T27. Doing these new Harleys, you want that T27. But this right here, don't get this. If I had to really pick between 3, I would get the 25, the 27, and the 30. Them probably the most common ones you go use. But anyway, so we good, but we do got a nice whole tool set with the whole kit, the whole lineup. Running with the ratchet works just as good, but these handle ones are pretty nice. But anyway, so got our tools ready. Oh, you know, hopefully we're gonna alleviate some of the issues in the past about lighting, because I know it'd be kind of dark. So we got some light for the face, so if it's not too dark, we gonna be good. All right, so. Oh yeah, we got our pry tool, because we do have to take out these speaker grills to get to the screws that's back here. And then we also got to pop this out too. So we got a few pieces to pop out. Not gonna video that, save a little video, make this a little shorter. And we just gonna get this done. So I will be back once we get all the screws off and we get the fairing out. And then we'll look at taking this amp out. Okay, so we got the fairing off, got the windshield off. Yeah, so here's the amp. So what I need to do here is disconnect these connections here. I'm gonna take pictures of all this before I start fucking with it. Then I'll be able to unscrew. I think there's 4. Okay. So them 2. Oh, these go to the plate. So there's 2 screws. These 4 screws go to, it bolts it to the plate, but these screws here will bolt it to the bike. So hopefully it's the same screws. I had a audio shop install this and they didn't give me anything back, so I'm assuming they just used the factory, but I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna get that all taken off, get this in the box, get this in the mail, and go from there. So I do need to, I'm gonna just go do a quick video on this, because I just wanna make sure that you know, I do this the recommended way. Otherwise, I'll be crying later. When you make decisions in haste, you can suffer later. Okay. Rocksteady out. Okay, so got a video, watched how to install it. So you can definitely be able to take this apart. But one thing I'm gonna definitely do is take some pictures of you know, where stuff is before we unplug it, so that way we know where to put it back. But we got these 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if y'all can see them. Where's my flashlight? Yep, so these 4 here need to be unplugged in this, and then this screw here, these 4 are a 3mm Allen. These ones right here holds the bracket to the frame, and these are 4mm Allen, but we don't need to remove that in order to get this out of here. So let's do this. Well, this is actually pretty cool. You can hang it. You know, all kind of crap. It's supposed to be able to stick on metal and not over here. Here. Kind of shot up in here. There we go. Look at that. As long as I don't bump it, which I'll guarantee you I'll bump it. Okay, so let's get a picture. So just a quick recap. How did we get here? So initially, I had got a new part. I got the center console. I was installing it. Got everything installed, and I'm putting on the screw that's, you know, right there underneath the seat, and I drop it. So I'm looking. I can't find this screw. So end up unplugging stuff, moving it around. I had to take the battery out. Still couldn't find it. I had to take off the side panel, fuse panels, remove those, pull it out. Finally found it. Whoop, pull it out with a little magnet, and put everything back together. So after I put everything back together, you know, I started the bike. The amp doesn't, you know, the speakers don't come on. So I go into the little system and I'm looking and I can't see, my amp is not being recognized by the bike. So I'm like, damn, did I blow a fuse? Did I not hook something up right? You know, now I'm tripping. I'm thinking I done did something wrong. So I'm online, you know, asking for help, you know, all that. So ultimately I said, you know what, I gotta take it to the Harley dealership. So I take it there on a Saturday when they kind of do the little open mechanic service shit, first come, first serve. And they take the bike in there, finally call me in. They said, hey, you don't know what's going on. The amp is working, but it is not, you know, putting out any output. So they said, we can't really diagnose it now. We don't have time. You can bring it back and we'll take a look at it. So I was like, okay, cool. Couldn't get in till Wednesday. I said, okay, cool. Dropped the bike off. They called me back Thursday. They said, hey, the amp is bad. But one of the things, oh, I forgot to say, so when I got the bike there on Saturday, they showed me the little starter boot, the little rubber boot had been chewed on by rats. So, you know, whole nother fucking story. Anyway, so they chewed the holes over here, the boot over there, and one of the hoses. And the thought was they had chewed something, they had got up in here, because rats or mice do tend to get up in here. I don't know how. Looking in here, I don't know how the hell they getting up in there, but whatever. So they're thinking, you know, we gotta open this up, take a look. Sounds fair. So they open everything up, they take a look, everything looks great, no problem. So finally they take out the amp, put in a good amp, and everything worked. So problem is the amp. Getting power, it's lit up as y'all can see, but not getting any output. So I reached out to Rockford Fosgate, and you know, y'all know the rest. But the crazy part is I'm thinking it was me that messed this up, and it was actually the amp, which I was really disappointed, but as my grandpa used to always say, they just don't make things like they used to. So this is why we're here where we are. So now I gotta get these two back ones out with this little bitty Allen, which is not that great. You know, one of the good things we are going to do today is replace these mirrors. I did get the Axion Performance Orange mirrors, so we'll be able to put them on today. I think that's just a 5/8 nut. That's just a cap nut on there. Now the one thing I did notice was the mirrors just like went down to here, so I'm assuming this piece here should screw out, so I gotta screw that back in. We'll see. For those who don't know, I had to end up getting cataract surgery earlier this year. So eyes was really giving me a problem. It's hard to see at night. So I had cataract in both eyes, so it got to the point where I said I need to take care of this. So, getting scheduled in, get the left eye done first, take a week off. I wait a month later, they get the right eye, take a week off. So now I'm 1 month past since we got the right eye done. So go to the doctor. Vision at this point, I have very minimal correction needed for distance. So that was very successful. That was the primary goal of the cataract surgery. And my near division is definitely still is what it is. So all I really need to do is wear some readers. So I put in an order for that. Really wasn't a big deal, you know, frame, all that stuff, like joking on and do all this, like whatever. And I do, since I work at a computer, I just got the anti-glare, you know, all the little extra stuff they want you to throw in there, so they can double the price, but it is what it is. So anyway, so got that. So now I'm like a hawk. You know, my eyes are still a little irritated because I did have some, what they consider dry eye. So I do take these drops just to kind of lubricate it, but no infection. Joe can see great. As y'all can see, I don't have my glasses on unless I need to see up close and read stuff. So other than that, we good. I don't see where none of these are going to plug into that except the power, so I don't even know if it's worth it to put that in there. But what I can do, plug that in there, power everything up, put the keys back in, and we're going to see if we can get some music out of that mug. Okay, so let's see if we can get this out. Okay, got a little bit more to go. I am looking forward to rolling down the highway on the nose. Black Wall Street was supposed to be my first break-in little ride. You know, I would get to go out and get it, but that didn't happen. So I'm thinking next best thing is take a trip to Kansas City. So I'm gonna see what my schedule looks like, and you know, I can take a long weekend. That should be good. Pop in and out. You got to be there a long time just to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I think I got this out. All right. Let's try this one more time. Okay, let me get a picture of this. I'm gonna look like I'm about to pop this Christmas tree out so we can get that out the way, because I'm gonna need to unplug that. I think this is kind of being held in there. because that doesn't move right there. So let's get a picture real quick. I got a video. Okay, so this one is 1, this one is 2, this green one is 3, and then underneath is 4. Okay, so the one underneath the bottom, black and white. Yeah. So again, this is let's not lose these screws. Okay. So, for these wires again, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. So that is our numbering system when we put it back together, if we put it back together. But looks like they took off. Did they take off the old one? I wonder where. The old connection went. Oh, it's just over here. So this is, oh, okay. So this is the connection all in one. This is everything extra. So I'm gonna unplug this. I'm gonna unplug that. I'm gonna unplug this here. This is just the harness. This is the main. So I can go ahead and put the factory one back and see if that'll work. So let's push this little red piece in. We'll see. All right, so as you can hear, I got audio. So this with the stock amp, we have to roll with this till we can get back up.
Here's a night for lovers.
Okay.
It's the R&B
So
Lovers Tour with Keith Sweat.
there's always a silver lining to the cloud. We're gonna put everything back together and get out and enjoy some of this weather. Next week, for real though, supposed to rain pretty much damn near all week. But in the meantime and in between time, this is your boy Rocksteady. The name of the channel again is Rolling with Rock. I appreciate you. Please keep doing what you're doing. Stay blessed. Rocksteady out.